Hi guys, this is Best Boomer back with you. Trying to get my hand out of the way. I didn't bring my selfie stick. This is just unscripted here. If you like my content, please like and share and consider subscribing. I lost a couple subscribers. I'm thinking it's due to when I do political posts. Imagine that. It's sorry about that. I'm pretty outspoken and really I don't care what others think. But today it's about something totally different. It's probably about in the low 60s right now. And beautiful, absolutely beautiful weather in Surprise, Arizona. And I'm going to title this video, The Number One Reason to Move to Arizona. I've been here 4 years, and, it's kind of being validated every day of this winter, the reason that we moved here. Arizona really, really does have a season of cool weather. I mean, really cool. It seldom gets to freezing. But the winter mornings here are in the 40s, and then slowly by mid-afternoon it'll reach its high, and the highs in the winter, in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and now we're heading into the time where we will hit 70s once in a while. Absolutely, in my estimation, perfect weather. And what made me think about this today and be so thankful today is, reading and seeing all of what's happening in the Midwest and the South with this deep freeze. All the snow, the ice, the below zero weather. The lowest temperature in Cedar Falls, Iowa that I remember is back when I was attending the University of Northern Iowa and walking across the campus, and the wind chill was actually negative 60 degrees. They didn't cancel school back then for many reasons. I think they're a little more lenient today in that they closed down classes, but no, I remember that like it was yesterday. So, and all of the snow, I really don't miss. I like looking out at it. If I don't have to go out into it, it's beautiful, but I don't like to drive in it. And the ice, seeing that big pile up in Texas, and that's one of the scariest things to me is driving on ice. And I remember back when I was a police officer, the worst conditions I ever worked in was there was an ice storm and it was starting to melt and there was water on top of ice. Now let me tell you, that is the slickest of conditions. The squad car sitting still would slide if you were on any sort of incline. If you got out of the squad car, you slipped and you had to hold on to it, and you try to get to the grass so that you could stand up. It was that slick, deadly, and scary. And boy, I remember those times. Well, here in Arizona, and as years go by, I really recognize this more and more. We have hot summers, but they're, you stay inside with air or you swim. There's nothing really deadly about it unless you don't have shelter, I guess. But, it's really a very small price to pay to have all of these months of absolutely perfect weather. And you can't beat this weather. I've kept a daily tab of what it's like in Vero Beach, Florida, because I'm kind of looking into that area. And so I've, asked Alexa what the temperature is, Vero Beach, Florida. Well, it's so interesting because although it never in the winter gets that cool, it stays more moderate, and it's about, I think the average temperature there in the winter, 70. So, but what happens is it hits that very early. So when I'm checking the temperatures this morning, where it's in the 40s here in Surprise, Arizona, it's already 80 there. And it won't get much warmer, but it's already reached that temperature. Where here in Arizona, I can get out and actually enjoy the cool weather. Not that it's really a winter. I mean, I'm still in short sleeves. My husband has to wear a jacket. He gets a little cold and he waits for it to warm up, and it doesn't warm up very quickly here. So, but I'm out already running and loving this temperature. And it won't get too hot. All day it won't get too hot. And of course you all know it's dry here. So even when it does get hot, there isn't any humidity. So, and that is truly a factor, an important factor in the weather. But we have no major weather incidents here, which is another just really interesting thing. No major storms. They call the monsoon season. People say, oh man, it could be bad. Well, you get periods of rain, and sometimes it can be a downpour, but that's not anything that's going to kill you. The most it does is fills up your pool sometimes, and you have to actually take some of the water out of your pool so it doesn't overflow and go into your home. That's kind of a weird situation. It hasn't happened in the 4 years we've been here, but so, no tornadoes, blizzards, no hurricanes. And that's a consideration in Florida always, is how are the hurricanes going to affect you? On Vero Beach, although we wouldn't be on the ocean, we would be close to the ocean. And that's a major, horrific event if you're actually in a hurricane. It puts you in harm's way. And here in Arizona, of course, you don't have to worry about that. So again, there are no major catastrophic weather events here. And when someone told me before we moved here, it's just easy living here, I gotta say she was right. And more people are finding that out because, as I said in my last video, the influx here, Phoenix had the greatest influx of new residents of any place, and that says a lot. Like I've said before, we're getting a lot of people from California. Florida gets the New Yorkers, we get the Californians. We don't want them to change any of our politics here, but that's not going to go there. Not going to go there today. Today it's about the weather here. The number one reason that anybody should consider Arizona is the weather. And don't let the hot weather scare you, particularly if you're retired and you're not working out in it or anything like that. And it's doable any day. I can go out, shop, do anything I want to any day. So there it is. This is just a short kind of a fluff video. My next one I'm going to do on something serious. I just finished a book about brain health and improving your memory. God knows I could use an improvement in my memory. I have terrible memory, and I have a feeling it's only going to get worse. And so this book, and I've read like 3 or 4 of this man's books, and I'll get into it. He gives you really good tips on how to preserve your memory, preserve your brain health, something people probably don't think about that much. And so it's good, and I'm going to just review some of the things that he went over, just because it's great information and really pertinent to those reaching retirement age. So anyway, please like if you like my videos, share and subscribe. I'd sure appreciate it, and you all stay safe out there. Bye-bye.